Chapter 3. The Deadline. Darkness swallowed everything. Jonah's breath came in short, ragged bursts. His fingers still clutched the phone's receiver, but his grip was weak, slick with cold sweat. The air had changed, thicker, like he was submerged in ink. Then, from the void, click, a line connected. A hiss of static crawled into his ear, warping, shifting, voices tangled inside it like they were drowning just beneath the surface. And then, a whisper. "Why did you answer?" Jonah's body seized. The voice wasn't human. It was wrong, distorted, layered, spoken by something that had never had a mouth of its own. His pulse slammed against his ribs. He opened his mouth to speak, but his throat clenched shut. The words wouldn't come. The voice on the line shifted, almost thoughtful. "You're not supposed to be here." Jonah gritted his teeth. He forced himself to move, his free hand gripping the table for balance. The world around him was still shrouded in black, but the phone in his hand was the only thing that felt real. He had to keep talking. "Where am I?" His voice came out hoarse, unfamiliar. Silence. Then the whispering layered over itself again, voices overlapping, faint, broken sentences bleeding into each other. "Not awake. Not asleep. You walked too far." And now the door is closed. Jonah's stomach twisted. He pressed the receiver harder against his ear, swallowing down the rising panic. "What door?" he asked. A long pause. Then, for the first time, the whispering voice sounded amused. "The one you thought you could leave through." The lights flickered back on. Jonah nearly collapsed. His vision reeled as his surroundings snapped into place again, no longer just endless black, but the same cold, sterile hallway as before. The same flickering fluorescent lights, the same locked doors stretching endlessly in both directions. Except something was wrong. The hallway was damaged. The walls were peeling like paint bubbling away from heat. The overhead lights still buzzed, but they cast strange elongated shadows now, stretching too far along the floor. And worst of all, the doors were open. Every single one. Jonah's stomach dropped. His grip on the phone tightened. Beyond the doors, only darkness. Thick and endless. No rooms, no furniture. Just black voids, deep and waiting. The receiver in his hand let out a burst of static. "They know you're awake." Jonah's breath hitched. His fingers trembled. From deep within the open doorways, something moved. Not footsteps, something dragging. Jonah dropped the phone and he ran. This keeps the pacing tighter but still suspenseful.